This review has been brought to you in part by Main Irish Airsoft. Welcome back, and this is our final pistol review of our current pistol review series that we've been doing. This is the WE 4.3 Hi-Capa. Now, it's a 1911-esque style gun. It's a very kind of special forces looking 1911. I have to say, this is my personal favourite to look at. Very armed forces, very sort of, there's a bit of chunkiness to it, even though it's a 1911. Most 1911s tend to be quite ergonomic. This is a little bit chunkier. This is beginning to spread out towards the M9 kind of feel. The pistol grip is quite dense, and the reason for that is most of the mags that go into the 1911s are single stack. This is a double stack. If I've got my numbers right, it's 26 plus 1. And yeah, a really nice piece. Green gas as usual. And one thing about this, most of the guns that we look at are, you know, double action. This is single or double, depending on your humour. Has a very nice little trigger, very different, machined alloy. Everything's metal on this, and it looks the business. You know, this is the type of gun that you want to sort of take out into the field. So, bit of a breezy day. I've got a number of Plinkers targets that you know the score at this stage. I'm going to just whack these out, see if they go down, and I'll come back to the review then. Alright, I'm not exactly far away from them, and so it's not really any big shakes. And you know what, you could probably go back 10 or 15 feet more and you'd still be able to knock them down, no problem. But because we're on a windy day, I don't want it sort of just being a bit of a mess. Accuracy of this is superb. It's really well made. The lines of this, it's very different. A lot of the other 1911s that you see out there, they're machined in a certain way. They're very smooth. This has lots of knurls, curves, and it has a little rail here if you want to put on a tack light or you want to put on a little laser, which is a real dinky feature. This is a great CQB piece. As I said, because it's a double stack mag, it makes the pistol grip, it just makes it a little bit chunkier. But you know what, it's not too chunky. It's not the M92 that we looked at. It was real chunky, and I wouldn't have used it. I would use this. This is, in fairness, this is nearly identical to my KWA PTP that I own. It's a 1911 Special Forces one. One little thing is the beaver tail here is one of these that depresses, and the idea being that in the real world that's an extra safety, and it's only when you're engaged with your bit of skin here, putting pressure on it, it will allow it to work. But we found out that without this being depressed, it still fires, so don't use it as a safety. Now that may be just, you know, this particular model. A lot of the 1911s I've used that have the beaver tail here, the safety beaver tail, they do work. So it could be just this particular model isn't doing what it should do, and because it's new out of the box, maybe a bit too much grease, it's just doing its thing. But as I said, a superb piece. It has very little in the way of engraving. The pistol grip is really, although it's that plastic, it doesn't feel too plasticky. Has a nice sort of little wee sticker. I don't know how long that will stay on with the sweat of palms being put on it. But you know, all in all, a superb, nice little kit. If you're looking for something that's got a nice little punch and looks the part, definitely have a look at the WE 4.3 Hi-Capa. Certainly a nice little piece.